everyone, and welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. All right, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the rest of 2025, but I am going to give it a minute to let the chat room fill up and make sure that you guys can see and hear me and that everything is working as it should be. So just a couple of quick announcements because I got a wonderful care package from Wiser Publishing and just a couple of things out of the huge generous care package they sent me is, first of all, this big book of numerology. I'm very excited about this because I do correlate numerology to so much of what I do. And this is by Shirley Blackwell Lawrence. Okay, so we're going to be talking about this book a lot in upcoming months as I put out more videos having to do with learning tarot and associating numbers to patterns that you might see and all the good. So let me look up. Hi, everyone. Colleen. Hello, Diana. Hey, Carla. Oh, Maya, I'm so glad that you guys are there. Can everyone hear and see me okay? Are we in the green? Because I would love that. Oh, Diana, thank you so much for the kind words. I've been going through it and I am, for the first day, starting to feel a little bit back in my witchy vibes. So this is great stuff. The other thing that I really like that I'm going to be using them today is in, again, the very generous care package from Wiser Publishing. They sent me this. It's Magic Oracle, or the Magic Spells Oracle deck by Judica Eilis. I am so sorry if I've mispronounced your name, my love, but this is a really cool deck. So we're going to be taking a look at this. So it does look like everyone can see and hear me. Thank you so much. And for those of you that are new here, welcome home. And for my returning subscribers, welcome back. And thank you so much for your many beautiful messages of healing. I am so grateful. If you would like to participate in the live chat, you do need to be subscribed, which is completely free for you. And it does help my channel grow, so I would appreciate it. And I will be hanging out with my subscribers at the end of the reading just to see how everyone's doing. And again, someone will get a free mini reading. And if there's energy, possibly more than one of you. So we're going to take a look at the rest of 2025 to the best of my ability. But I am looking forward to hanging out with you guys. So many familiar names and even new ones. Thank you again so much. Now, this is different than a premiere because this is not pre-recorded. I'm actually live with you. So, looking at the rest of September, ay Dios mío, if you don't know, we've got a partial solar eclipse happening at the end of this month, and right the day after, we're going into the first day of autumn, so the equinox. We've got the eclipse, the equinox, all the things are happening. So I'm just ready to be done with this month because the energy is taking a toll on the physical and mental. But just hang tight, guys, because we're almost through it. But definitely fated things are happening. And this reads 51, which reduces to 6, number of harmonious union and balance. And it reads stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. There are plenty of amazing astrologers on YouTube, and I could recommend so many. But I would urge you to take a look at the weather out there in the astro weather, right? The things that are happening are what I call fated, F-A-T-E-D, fated events, things that you cannot change, and many crossroads and times of release and renewal. And as we approach February of 2026, you will have new marching orders from the universe, and many of us are shifting our entire plans to walk our soul's mission. So I love this for us. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. I absolutely feel that our callings are going to be stronger, more defined, and limitless indeed. So the shifts of this month and energy are very intentional. And from this new deck, we pull the energy of fire, and it says flame. I love that. passion, love, divination coming forward. So it feels very much to me that what we're experiencing as the fates get involved is us being pushed to pursue what we love with a passion, with will, desire, right? Exploration. As I like to say, because I'm a Scorpio, we get that fuck around and find out energy lighten us up. And we do exactly that, no matter what the outcome looks like for those that are in our lives, because much the people that are in your lives, most of them are extras in the show of life, so to speak, right? Take it or leave it, but we're Scorpios and we are very used to the non-attachment method for whatever that's worth. So, you know, you have players that are exiting and players that are coming in, and that can be exhausting, to be honest, but it is exactly what's happening. I see a lot of new faces entering your play of life, your show of life, so to speak. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, see, think I'm lying, and the Queen of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles, there's been a great deal of planning on behalf of Scorpio, trying to get things done in a way that uses less energy, mental and physical, in a way that is intentional, right? Where are we spending our time, our energy, our resources, and how can we make that grow? Again, with being able to balance our energies with what we love, what we do day in and day out, and the players in our game. So the 10 of Swords shows up, letting me know that for sure, if you are even getting the slightest urge or push to end something in your life, it is for real to make room for this Queen of Pentacles. So we go from the Knight of Pentacles being intentional and looking for a grounded approach to a new beginning, or to introducing something or someone new of value into your life. What has to come to an end becomes very clear by the end of this month, so that you have a perfect place to plant that pentacle. Because look, that's what's happening here. This is a card of discernment, in my opinion. It can be seen as a number of things. You know, if you're looking at a lover, this could be seen as somebody who can't make a decision, right? Something slow going. But for me, I always see it as intentional living. This person is in love with this pentacle. They look at it, they just think it's the most important thing. It's like being pregnant with idea, or it could be pregnancy for some people, although I kind of feel that if you are already headed, you already know, because that really should have been late August, or well, we are still in September, so some people are going to be getting that news soon. I digress. But this is more or less related to that vision, that intentional desire that you've been manifesting. And we're approaching our solar return. And I know we have an entire Libra season, but we all know Libra season is pre-Scorpio season. I'm a Libra moon, I can say that shit. But the Knight of Pentacles, again, a lot of discernment and hope, and just careful with that pentacle. That dream is happening because we start off with limitless possibility. I always say the universe is not on a budget, people. Ask for more. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want and go for it. It doesn't mean you have to work yourself to the bone. It means you have to be discerning with what you have. Again, to be discerning, it means some things come to an end. For some people, it's relationships. I hate to say it. It's relationships, it's friendships, it's current job opportunities. It might be where you live or how you're living, right? And I know I've just thrown everything under the sun, but it's true. And for many of us, it's more than one thing. It's okay, right? We know that where we make space, new grows. Queen of Pentacles. Look at her, right? And again, this is masculine and feminine energy. This is all of the divine on her throne with that rabbit of plenty, with that same pentacle, but leveled up by the end of this month. That's how I see September wrapping up. It's been a hell of a ride. Comment below and let me know how it's been working for you. But indeed, September is a month to remember. All right, so we're going to leave that there and head into the next month of October. I think we're going to do the same type of setup because I like the way that turned out. Let me look up and see. Hey, Anna, you love my earrings. Thank you so much. I purchased this at a local little setup shop that was, you know, just one of those little farmers markets. We had a local vendor who made a lot of jewelry herself. But unfortunately, she didn't have an online shop because, you know, I asked. You know, I asked. Who else? Hey, Peter. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna need the glasses for this. Let's see. So many great names. Hey Zay. Hello Rachel. Hola hola. All right. October. Again, pre-Scorpio season. And it begins Scorpio season. So what do we have? Yes. Oh my god, thank you. I need this. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I got excited. So we start, first of all, let's go back to September. It was started with 51, reduces to 6, harmonious union, balance. What do we have following that up? And by the way, it did say limitless potential, right? Bring it home. Here we've got feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Is that not what I just said September ended with, right? Discernment about where you're choosing to spend your time and energy, and spirit came through. Feast of plenty. You will not lack, but remember, you have control over what you will not lack of. If you start that month with anxiety, fear, upset, disruption, more of that comes. Remember, we talked about that in other readings. What are you filling your cup with? Because whatever it's full of is what spills out when the cup gets shaken, right? So remember that there is a choice and there are consequences. So choose you, choose your health, choose your value, choose your energy, quite frankly, right? And it's not selfish, it's being self-aware. And I will say that every single day, because Scorpios, we giveth so much of our time and energy, and sometimes we need to reel it back in. As we talk about 20, the number 2 being a number of relationship, right? Know thyself. Here we've got yin and yang energy. What does this read? Balancing, Scorpio, harmony, unification, interconnection. 3 cards of balance, right? Everything in moderation, but make sure that what you're doing has benefit to you. Do not deplete, especially as you enter in your solar return. And a small plug, I've got to do it, y'all. But if you're looking for a solar return reading, you can book one on my site, and it will come with your natal chart, your solar return chart, and a 90-minute reading where we can discuss any and everything for the upcoming year. starswithstasi.com. All the links in the description box below. Now, I have indeed scaled back my times and my scheduling and my reading, so you will need to book that sooner than later. But if things get too full and the energy allows, I will open up my books for more. So, all right, let's keep looking, universe, at the rest of October. What is October going to bring for Scorpio as we prepare for our solar return? And of course, Libra is balance, right? Balancing the scales. We start off with number 4, 4 of Wands. Stop it. 2 of Pentacles, another card of balance. And then we've got the Moon card. Okay. Things to be revealed as we get to our spooky season. 4 of Wands is that card of freedom, right? For some people, it could be a marriage. It really depends on what's going on in your world. It could be partnership, because we did see the number 2 show up and we saw balance, the yin and the yang, right? So some people might be seeing new relationships, again, friendships, networking, or romance, depending on what you're looking for, show up in your life. But I do feel that because we're on the heels of, you know, the ending of Fated Advent season, the beginning of Scorpio season, we've got Libra right there guiding us through. I think that whatever comes your way is going to stick. It's going to grow legs. So again, discernment is important, right? You're worth the energy it takes to sort out what's going on in your life, right? Get things done before the year is over. I promise you it'll be worth it. 2 of Pentacles, right? Balancing out. Make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew. I feel like a lot of social events are going to be opening up, which makes complete sense, especially for us Scorpios. We tend to be a little bit more scaled back, but once we start getting into the spooky season, as the muggles call it, once we start getting into the more holiday-ish time, depending on what you celebrate. For me, Samhain's my favorite holiday, or Halloween as some might call it. My birthday is, my solar return is November 1st. So it's going to be Dia de los Muertos. And, lots of energy coming forward. The veil is especially thin during that time. And I feel that many Scorpios will be exploring more of their calling, their spiritual desires, the occult, philosophies, right? Different healing modalities that's coming forward. And don't underestimate, and I know that many of you that have been with me take it very seriously, but don't underestimate dream communication, the numbers as they come through, the music, the frequencies, what you're wearing. Again, Knight of Pentacles, intentional living is magical living. The moon card comes through, and I think that's really significant of the greater mysteries, right? What's going to be revealed to you, again, grows legs. It's going to be very important. I would suggest very much making a prayer space in your home. Call it what you like. I call mine an altar. And make sure that all the elements are there, right? Fire with a candle, air with your voice, with a feather, right? Earth with some sort of crystal or plants, right? And then water. I always like to put fresh water with my plants, or you can just have water, concentrate it with salt, table salt. So those things are intentional and they matter. And it is a dedication, a devotion of you to parts of yourself. Don't be afraid to do that. Prayer is important. Meditation is important. It is all different roads leading back to source energy, leading back to God energy, Christ energy, call it what you want, but it's all part of you. Remember that. Don't be afraid to reach out and learn more about yourself. It comes through balancing. Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Moon card. Balance is key as we are proceeding to our solar return. I will say this, as I always remind Scorpios, please take care of your physical health, your mental health, your dental health, your eyes, all of it. Don't disregard the importance of that, because you can be magical till the cows come home, but it doesn't translate into anything if the physical vessel isn't taken care of, okay? And that includes the mental health as well. So balance is key for Scorpio. I love this so far. Okay, let's look at November as we get forward. Oh, I love all the chat. Hey, Maria, nice to see you. Hey, JNL. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm not going to out you, but I am going to out you. JNL recently had surgery, and so I don't know what the chat's been going on here. But I am so grateful to see your face, so to speak. I'm glad you are healing up. May it continue to come with ease and permanency. You matter, okay? You're worth it. Oh, we'll take it. All right, November starts off with the... Oh, stop it. Stop. You. Okay. November starts off with number 54. 54 reduces to 9. 9 is the culmination of something, right? This reads the crossing, initiation, right? So an initiatory time for Scorpio. This solar return hits different for some reason. For me, I know I'll be 50 on November 1st, so that's why it's hitting different for me. Historically that's seen as a big number, a big, life change. But separate from that, I think for all Scorpios, there's something going on this year particularly that is the great reveal. So a spiritual initiation, an initiatory time of really understanding yourself differently, discovering parts of you and talents of you that have been hidden or previously discarded. Water energy comes through for our solar return. I love it. It reads crocodile. Fertility, perseverance, and resilience. Yes, we are resilient. Look at that. Crocodile, right? Crocodile energy, reptilian energy, water energy. Yes, emotions. Emotions drive this universe. If people tell you you're too much, you know that saying, they're not enough. But the reality of it is, I recently had somebody tell me, well, you know, you're very emotional. Well, you're welcome. Because if it wasn't for people like me who cry or who share of themselves or who get really in their feelings, may it be perceived as good, bad, or indifferent, for me, it's that release of what's within. And it's what I'm meant to express. And that water energy is healing, but it can also be frozen. It can be a tsunami. It can be a beautiful babbling brook. It can be many things, but that's what we are, Scorpio. We are meant to be many, many things. Don't sleep on that. It's important for you to express all parts of yourself. Shout it from the mountaintops. It doesn't matter. If it's important to you, that's all that matters. It's important. Does that make sense? I feel like this is like a time to be seen, to be heard, to be respected. And where does that respect start? Within, right? You teach people how to treat you. You teach people what you're about simply by what you're willing to put in the universe. We go back to that first card, the Knight of Pentacles. Knights get things done. I don't care what anybody says. Discernment is important. All right. So crocodile energy, fertility, perseverance, resilience. Yes, you can. Si tú puedes. Little Spanish there for some of you. All right. Crocodile energy, the crossing. We're in October. Let's keep going. What do we have here? JNL, yes, ma'am. I had a headache when I cry though, so I don't enjoy it often. Yeah, I mean, I will say this because I'm a similar human when it comes to releasing emotions and all the things. For those of you that have been following me, you know that this body is healing daily through hypoparathyroidism, which is not hypothyroidism. Don't confuse the two. Crying alone will take all the calcium out of me. So what I've learned is I can't hold that back. If it's got to come out, it's got to come out. But I have to be very mindful to keep my electrolytes in check. And I have to be very mindful to replenish, right? You guys have seen me for years with this huge jug of water. Good reminder. And it's important for so many, we're water elements. We've got to partake. That's the best drink for us. And if you don't like it, which so many people don't, get sparkling water. I don't care. Figure it out. But make sure you replenish what you let out. I've got the King of Swords. Yes. 7 of Wands. Oh, child. And the Tower card. Come on now. But you know what? The Tower card's a Scorpio card. So we're gonna get through it. Because this card says resilience. So what does that mean? We have the 7 of Wands here and the King of Swords. We might be having a war of words with somebody. We might be having to make some real boundaries, but that's because we're entering a new year. We're entering a year strong, right? King of Swords is a visionary. King of Swords is no joke. They have a place on that throne. They have their sword held high. They've got these 3 butterflies above their crown. What's 3 a number of? Creating. So what are you doing in November? What are we doing in November? We're creating that new identity, that new persona, that new stronger than ever, better than ever, more determined than ever energy. And what happens when we stand up like that? We burn the house down if it's not working for us and we build a new one. Crocodile energy, right? We shapeshift. We turn what doesn't work for us into what does work for us, and everything else and everyone else can go find somewhere else to be. I mean, that's why we get a lot of hater energy, right? And we do, because Scorpios are the most loyal people in the world until you play us for a fool and we get tired of it. At that point, once we turn our backs on you, it is over, game done. You don't have no back entry. You cannot come back. There is no take 2. It's over. And you know that, right? I am I'm the nicest person until when I actually say, wow, I'm done. I will never speak to you again. I will block, delete, change my number. You don't even know where I went. I don't care. And so Seven of Wands energy is all about that. Now, seven is a number of higher learning. It's a number of education. It's a number of spirituality. It's so many things. And again, I just got to point out this book is, we're going to go through it, the big book of numerology. You know, Wiser again sent me that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It matters. These numbers really matter. It's a way to communicate with the other side, which is really just parts of us, but I digress. Seven of Wands, again, building strong boundaries because your vision is so clear, because you are so ready. You are so much in your action. You have made the plan, you are executing it, and you cannot be shaken. Everything else, tower, right? If it tries to derail you, boundary, tower for them. If it's, you're not going to walk into that office one more day. If it's, look, the King of Swords went, nope. The Queen of Swords, she's always holding one hand out and has the sword in the other. And if it's not meant for her, she will just slice it off like a skilled surgeon. This is that skilled surgeon right there. This is just longevity, right? Planning, action, taking action, mental communication. And I do feel that you're saying a lot because Tower, maybe people don't expect you to, I hate to say this, but it's coming through, so I'm going to say it. This feels to me like people aren't going to be, some people aren't going to expect that you actually leave or that you actually change or that you actually build the business. They're going to be like, okay, here goes Scorpio again. They're out of hiding. Let's see what they're about this time. But this comes through very much like, I am not playing with you. And kind of like blinders on, because I'm seeing actually a race, a horse race. But I always say, like, the Chariot card's coming to mind. Like, horses, they have the blinders on because they cannot be distracted what's going on beside them, right? Not to get spooked, not to get distracted. Keep focus. Focus and clarity. King of Swords. Strong boundaries. Seven of Wands. Tower card. If it's got to go, it's got to go. So what? You rebuild. And you rebuild because you have a plan and you have boundaries and it's successful. We go back to initiation, that crossing. Who are you this year? Crocodile energy. Oof. All right. December. What you got? December. All right. God, that was this is good. I love it. But we always get like that during our solar return. We have a plan, we've been planning it, but I feel like Scorpios really do stick it out for the long haul. We just change a lot over the course of the year. But Scorpios are very, very strong. Very. And because we are so loyal, sometimes people that don't know any better do underestimate our ability to rebuild and not look back. That's on them. I don't know. You tell me. Do you feel this year like this is your year, right? Is it your year for health? Is it your year for wealth? Is it your year to expand your resources, your family, right? Is it your year to scale back? As long as you know that this is your year, that's all you need to know. Thank you. Woo. Number 49. 49 reduces to 13, which in the major arcana is Scorpio energy, the death card. 1 plus 3 further reduces to 4, a number of foundation. Here it reads skywriting the fates. I talked about that in the beginning. We are in fated event season right now as we speak. And if you're watching the replay, this is September of 2025. Currently, it's September 18th. And When the sky writing comes through, the fates comes through. In the beginning of this reading, I said the planetary energy is setting us up so that by February of 26, your marching orders are in, right? A whole new game. Whole new game. And I do feel that, just on the side, I do feel very strongly that our intelligences, right? Our, GPTs, our AIs, you name it, whatever is out there is going to be extremely, how should I put this? By February of 26, way more advanced, new medical technology, which I don't really think is so new. I just think it'll be more accessible. I think different programming being put out there. And I also feel like different platforms are going to be coming through. So just if you're going through something difficult, especially when it comes to health, this is no joke. Keep hope alive, because there is something about the great unveiling. Specifically, March 26th holds something strong for me. So just, I feel like I had to say that. So again, skywriting the fates, no matter what happens in December, clarity comes forward, and I feel like visionary vibes. Oh, and we just had the King of Swords. So yeah. And I feel like I have such a hard time with that word. Entrepreneur. Listen, you're going to be your own boss, okay? We're just going to keep going. I do feel also, because Scorpios are all about the 8th house energy, other people's money, things like that. You do you, but if you get called or get the itch to play bingo, buy lottery, whatever, who knows, right? You do you. Do not spend in excess because of anything, everything in balance and moderation. But you might come into some resources, I feel, that would show themselves by March of 26. Again, resources coming from outside of you. Depending on where you live, it could be a bigger tax return, something like that. But again, everything in balance is important. Yes. So December, skywriting the fates. We talked about how that ultimately reduces to the number 4. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I thought I was in Do Not Disturb. And let's hope that didn't mess up the live. All right. So let me make sure. Am I still on? All right. So this says fire, and then it reads sun, vitality, renewal, and hope. And I just said keep hope alive, and hope shows up. I hope I'm still on, because that should not have done that. All right, skywriting the fates, sun, vitality, renewal, and hope. Fire energy comes through in December. After a time of emotional and healing and water energy, cleansing, release, the 7 of Wands, the Tower, the King of Swords. After that water comes the fire. And in my mind's eye, I see the Sagittarius temperance energy. So let's see what that looks like. But the fates come in. I have to keep saying about the health situation, because again, if you do English or Spanish, just pick one, please. If you find yourself facing some sort of health barrier, keep the hope, because things actually come forward, right? March is a completely different playing game, so I have to say that. But I think for the most part, whatever, as long as you stay on top of things, you're gonna be fine. Just, you got to stay on top of it. Don't this is not a time to shy away from important tasks related to your livelihood and betterment. That energy here with the sun brings it home for you, because also December can be a time of just overextending financially for some people with holidays, if you play into that. And I say that with respect. I'm just not a holiday-ish person. So, because it does oftentimes call for more energy than you have. So just be mindful. Again, balance. Don't extend your resources more than you need to. If you are a giving person, make something, right? Invite people over, that kind of thing. But do what's healthy and good for you, mentally and physically. But with this fire energy, I feel like a lot more you know, we started September with fire energy, and then we end December with fire energy. And I think that's a really good way to do it, you know, because in the middle we do have balancing and emotions and things like that. So, all right. Oh, here we've got the Knight of Cups. We started with the Knight of Pentacles. We're ending with the Knight of Cups. Hold. I want to point this out because this is just some shit right here. So when we started out with September, the first card was Knight of Pentacles. We end December, first card, Knight of Cups. September, second card, 10 of Swords. December, second card, 10 of Wands. Ooh, round 2, child, of letting people have it. Third card, Queen of Pentacles. Third card, King of Cups. So where we had earth energy with a knight and a queen, with a 10 in the middle, in December, we wrap it up with the same energy of a Knight of Cups. So okay, so knights are in pursuit of. Cups are about emotions and love and just caring and just what makes you feel whole and complete and what's important to you. It could be family, it could be relationship, it just could be mental healing. It's what makes the world go round. Cups are so important. So as you are pursuing high value humans, high quality relationships, things that make you happy, things that bring you joy, as you're pursuing that, the 10 of Wands. Now 10, yeah, it is the culmination, the ending and the beginning of all that is, but I want you to see the 10 of Wands differently. It's very different than the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, this person's laid out on the ground acting like everything's fine with 10 swords in their back. They are beat up. But 10 of Wands, these wands are what's been planted all year long, the staves, right? The intention you've put down, and now you're reaping what you've sown, and you're crossing the threshold into your home with the abundance that you've created, and you lay it down, right? It was a lot of work all year long. You take it home and you lay it down, and it's worth it. And then you're there with your 10 staves, your 10 wands, and you look at it and you say, hell yeah, I did that. I did that. I did that. Look at me. I am set. It was intentional. It meant something. I'm worthy. I don't have to carry it. I don't have to carry it anymore. I've already reaped it. And now I'm going to look at it and determine with passion, with love, with desire, how I'm going to build January 2026 and more. Because you look at all the work that you've done. This is pride. This is ability to see the big picture. This is love for yourself, for those that are still with you in this time, for those that survived the tower, right? For the real deal people, the high value humans, that new relationship. And for some people, it is going to be the announcement of children that will be brought into this world, the announcement of stronger partnerships, the announcement of, you know, families growing in many different ways, adoptions, fur babies, all of those things, those feel good things. You make room for it. And that's what December brings us. Oh, I love this for us, Scorpio. Woo, that was a good reading. I'm proud. It's time. We need it because this has been, oh, what is this? The Hermit shows up. Fine. What do you want? Virgo. You know, Virgo's not done with us. Damn you, Virgo. So Hermit shows up, maybe just to remind us that, you know, 9, again, that number of culmination, but also introspection and, you know, accomplishing your tasks, being a bit, you know, Virgos are OCD. God love them. Getting things done. This is a time to set yourself as the most important task, right? And get your things done. Get your things done. So give me a second while I clear the space here so I can look up, interact, and pick a winner or two. Let's see what the universe allows for. Tell me what you guys thought of this reading. And let's see, what can we comment? So first of all, I know you're still on here, and if I pick you, you're still here. What can we comment? I am balanced. That was such a big theme. I am balanced. Comment that so I know you're still here. And then you may be a winner of a free mini reading. I am balanced. Say it over and over again because, you know, we don't want the pendulum. Well, actually, we do. We're going to use her today. We don't want our pendulums to swing so far this way with reward and so far this way with loss that we lose ourselves in that rhythm, right? We want to be balanced. We want to be intentional. That's the best thing I can say. Because when you build it with intention, with that 10 of Wands energy, you know. See, listen to me. That 10 of Swords energy, those swords are in that person's back. They were not paying attention. They were repainting somebody. They were letting things happen. We all do it. It's not the blame game here. But maybe you didn't see it coming, or the pain was so intense you didn't want to face it. That's where September is leaving us, right? I felt that too. Real pain from being just, because I repainted people. It got me. Never again, because I said I'm done, and I am, right? So when we get to the 10 of Wands, this is intentional. This is, again, reaping what you've sown. You are picking up each wand and putting it and saying, I remember you. Look at me. I did that. I remember you. I did that. And it's every wand. You pick it up. You have 10 of them. You take it home. You look at it with pride. It's very different. Not only did you see it come and you created it with intention and purpose. All right. Let's see. Let me say hello to the people. I miss you guys so much. I miss you guys so, so much. Seeking peace. Yes, child. Seeking peace. I'm with you on that. Rachel, hello. Krista, welcome back. Laurie, I love it. Maya, hello, my love. MJ, I see you got your Day of the Dead deco. Yes, child. Actually, this is out 24/7. It's just that the chair is usually over here and you can't see it. But yeah, I mean, and then downstairs by my altar, I do have my Ouija pillow out. Sometimes I actually put that one away because it freaks the muggles out. And I don't have many people that I digress. Let me shut up. The point is, yes, I have my decorations out. Yes, what is it? The witchy chair. Yes, I love that chair. Yes, thank you. I am balanced. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's see what we have. I missed the first 15. Don't worry about it, guys. If you missed anything, this will be on the replay. For now, just hang tight. And I will say this, lives are a little bit different. I'm just going to let the chat go for a second. Lives are a little bit different in that I can't chapter it until it's completely uploaded on YouTube and allows me to edit it. So I'll chapter it maybe tomorrow when I can get there. The other thing is I get a lot of messages like, hey, Stasi, it's not in my language. Why is this only in English? YouTube automatically handles translations. It does 20 languages for my regular readings, and for some reason lives don't translate into as many languages on its own or as often, but make sure that you have it in your settings to receive translations, right? It's nothing I can do on my side. All of my settings are absolutely correct. I check them often because it's important to me that that you guys can connect with me, right? And that I can connect with you. And you know, when you write me in another language, I take the time to do my very best to write you back in your language. I try, right? I use the intelligence. That's an extra step for me, but I appreciate you guys so much that I really try to because it's important. All right, so let's see. Peter, you get one, because that's the first name I saw. All right, these won't be super long because I want to get as many people as I can. So let's see. Let's get a card for Peter. What is Peter's main focus right now? What is Peter's main focus right now? Okay, you get 2 cards, Peter. Of course you do. Oh, Peter. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, I want to know. Now I want to know. You better comment. So, Peter, the 2 cards that came out were the King and Queen of Wands. Child, what are you getting yourself into? What kind of relationship is this? Because we all know that the wands, the fire, the sex. So, I don't know what you're into, Peter. What's going on? I was playing with, what is this? Oh, I was playing with my native flute as you picked me. I know that there is a pause between. Stop it, Peter. I know that there is a lag between what I say and what you type. So I know that you wrote that before I said anything about the King and Queen of Wands. But I just want to point out how funny that is. And that would only happen to you. That I'm telling you all about the sexual energy of these 2 cards. And you say you're playing with your flute as I picked you. And I'm going to leave it at that. Children, turn your faces. Okay, so Peter, there's possibly a very fiery energy coming your way. Maybe a relationship of some sort that is intriguing. I can't recover from all the things. Peter, King and Queen of Wands. You know your energy, so enjoy that. Okay. Oh, Peter, Jesus God. I don't know what to say. Forgive but never. I can't. I'm going to drink some water. Peter, balance. That's all I can tell you. Balance. Balance and congratulations. Looks like a lot of fun. Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. Who's next? Wait, you misinterpreted. I really do play that. I didn't misinterpret. I know that you play the flute. I know you do. I was just pointing out how the universe is playing games. That's all I'm saying. I did not misinterpret. I knew that you were really doing that. The actual. I'm gonna let it go, Peter. Enjoy. All right. Woo. All right. Let's see. Colleen. Colleen's birthday is on 10/23. So we're going to take her. Colleen with the numbers 1, 2, 3. What do we have for Colleen, please? What's... Oh, God. I don't know how many shades of red I am. All right. Focus. What can you show me for Colleen, please? That one? 10 of Cups. I love this because I know that you've got a lot of things going on in your mind with family, and I know that you are really, at least you have been, from the most recent recollections, really considering moving and family and all this stuff. But the 10 of Cups is great. That is choosing happiness, choosing to see the silver lining, things really going in a good place with family, with bonding, with decisions that are being made. Yes. Oh, yes. Actually, look, we love this, Colleen, because with the 10 of Cups, that's a great card. And then when I cut the deck, we've got the Chariot energy that I saw before, a card of victory. 3 of Cups, card of celebration, right? So, this could be you and your kids. This could be you, your daughter, your mother. This could be a number of things, right? But it's a card of celebration, a card of things going well, Colleen. So, I don't even want to mess with this anymore because with the 10 of Cups, the Chariot energy with number 7 coming through, victory ahead, balance is the key to winning this race. I can't say it enough because it came through so strongly in our reading. But I said during our reading, again, 7 is a number of higher learning, but it's also a very spiritual number. And hand over those difficult decisions to whomever or whatever you see as God, source, energy. Hand it over. Prayer work. Be intentional. Light that candle. Say out loud what it is that you want from the universe. And this is for all of you, all of us. Write it out, say it out, sing it out, play the flute, whatever that looks like for you. Just do it, right? Frequency matters. It matters. Three of Cups. Colleen, this is good stuff. Celebration. I love this for you. All right. J&L. J&L boundaries come through. 7 of Wands. I feel like that is boundaries against temptation, boundaries against people that are naysayers, negative Nancys. If anybody out there is named Nancy, I'm so sorry. Boundaries. Keeping yourself and your health and your peace at the front of the line. Everything else can just... Nobody else is paying your bills. Nobody else is going to take care of you the way you got to take care of yourself. Nobody else is going to be able to provide for you what you need to do for yourself. Boundaries are going to build you the bridge from where you are to complete and total success. Boundaries. Anything else for J&L, please? Yes. The Fool card. Look, these boundaries, I just said it. These boundaries are that bridge between where you are now and a complete success. The Fool card, that complete reset, start over. Remember I said February 26th, March 26th, a whole new life for all of us Scorpios, and I can't wait. No matter how, and this is for everybody, no matter how stable you feel like you are, no matter how certain you are that you are in the house of forever, this relationship for forever, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The only thing that is certain is change. And we are going to get redirected. And it's going to be in the best possible ways. So fear not the changes that are upon you. Because if you build the boundaries, if you are intentional, and you understand that the universe is conspiring for you, you cannot go wrong. This Fool card is ready to take chances. And they're not naive, right? They're just not, they're unbothered by the potential consequence of what it is to take that chance. Remember in our reading, we had choices and consequences. Don't be naive that there won't be consequences, but don't be scared to take the chance because of what if energy, right? Don't allow the negativity to guide you. Allow hope to be that light. Like the Hermit. You know, the Hermit is, remember they showed their face? They're holding that lantern, but that light inside that lantern is that intuition, that knowledge of self guiding them forward. All right. Annette, what's going on? Let's see. Hey, Genevieve. Nice to see you. Genevieve. How am I messing up your name? Because I can't see that far. I hope you feel better, love. Genevieve was supposed to visit. She was supposed to visit. She was supposed to be here next Monday. And is under the weather. And so out of just an abundance of caution for those that she would be, seeing before she would get here. And then with me and then just for her health, she had to cancel the trip, so that's a bummer, but we will replan. So, all right. Well, listen, I'm gonna just say this card was for you because I was talking about you when it came out, but the Karma card comes through. So who knows? Fated events. There might be a reason why you were redirected. There might be something at home to take care of. Hold on. So. Or it just needs to be, sorry, Genevieve, because I know I called somebody else's name, but I was talking about you and this flew out. And then the 3 of Wands comes forward, and that is about short distance travel. So perhaps the wheel is turning, right? Because you would have been here during the equinox, and really the eclipse as well, right? So perhaps this just wasn't the exact time to take that travel for some reason or another that we can't see yet. But sure enough, the 3 of Wands, it will come back around. So, and I look forward to it. As a matter of fact, yeah, because here we do have the 9 of Cups. So that is independent, strong energy. And also that energy of having guests or being with others, right? Hosting hosting or being hosted. So I feel like it will come back around for sure. And maybe in March, you never know, but let's keep that going. And let's all send Genevieve some good vibes. I also feel, sorry, I've got to say this. I also feel like you are going to get a lead on a new course, a new job. I think we talked about that a little bit. So you might actually be hearing something. Then maybe that's why the redirection, because karma showed up and I just got that ping that perhaps you're going to be needing to be available for an important something important happens where you currently are that needs your attention, and I feel like it might have to do with your pentacles. So all right, Annette, and then Annette is who I called before. All right, let's see, Annette. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I mean, you're already subscribed if I'm seeing your chat here, so I do appreciate that. But don't forget, take a moment, like the video. YouTube has a new function where you can hype up a video. I don't know if you can do it on a live, but if you get like, I think 2 or 3 hypes, I don't know if it's a week or a month, I'm not sure, I forget. But it should tell you when you comment, it should say hype up this video. And that does let YouTube know that it like counts so much more than just a regular like, but still like the video. I appreciate it. It makes a big difference. All right, Annette, these two came up. Oh, Annette, this is so Scorpio energy, you show up in strength, and then we've got the 9 of Pentacles, money coming through, independence with your pentacles, right? Through a complete rebirth. And you and I both know what this is about. So this is exciting news. 9 of Pentacles, Scorpio energy coming through. Yes, Annette, winning. It was a long time coming, but you have it now. And I feel like that's the energy for you. And then Death card, even after I shuffled, came up at the bottom of the deck. So through change and through transformation comes great financial independence. Well deserved. All right, so Rachel, let's see. What's it say? Rachel, I need a new job. Just got laid off. So lame. That Rachel, shut your face. Look, if you know I say that out of love. You said you need a new job. You just got laid off. Look what shows up as I was saying that I was going to read you. Ace of Pentacles, new job. It is. So you know what's not lame? Your new pentacle. What is this? Child, stop it. Rachel, look here. That Ace of Pentacles comes out with the Knight of Wands, right? Oh, if we like us a knight, we like us the Knight of Wands. That knight is not playing, right? I told you, knights are in pursuit of. And whatever you are in pursuit of right now is generating this Ace of Pentacles. And knights are action. The Knight of Wands is action driven, right? All knights are earth energy, okay? Just when we're talking about the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, because it changes when we're talking about Thoth Tarot, so just bear with me. All knights are earth energy, but the wand is fire energy. And when you're talking about the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning in the earth element, fire coming through, boosting and breaking through your manifestation of that new job. Yes, Queen. Stop playing. All right, let's all send Rachel some good vibes. Rachel, why don't you throw out what state you're in and what you do? You never know who's watching. You never know who's a headhunter, who's a coordinator of skills. Just put it out there. My name is Rachel. I live in this state, and this is what I desire to do. You never know who's going to see it. I'm just saying. You never know. And then pay attention to your notifications. Oh, Rachel, stop it. This is the Knight of Cups. And again, another knight in pursuit of, but this is also a helping hand. Shut up. Put down what you do, what you want to do, how this is going to go. Just put out in writing. My goal in life is to, doesn't have to be what it's always been. This could be a new direction. Pound that thought form into the universe. You never know what happens. But what I was starting to say was make sure that you pay attention to your notifications, because other people do read these comments. And I have seen this community reach out to others in need and offer housing, offer clothing, offer support, free legal services. Scorpios are no joke. When they see one of their own in need, they help. They overextend sometimes. But I will say, and this is for anyone here, put it in the universe. You never know who's gonna write you back. I'm not saying don't vet people, because you know how we are also. We don't trust nobody. But you never know what comes your way. So Rachel, I wish you all the luck, all the success. And I was going to be done, but one more card. 8 of Cups, right? 8 of Cups, the pursuit for more, not looking back, a change in course. The pursuit of the 9 and 10 of Cups happens for you. I love that, Rachel. Damn. Thank you, cards. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Look at that already. Seattle, Washington, technical program manager. I don't know what that means, but somebody technical needs somebody in Seattle. Hit Rachel up. Comment. Find Rachel somewhere, somehow. She needs income. All right. So, let's see. What is this? Oh, I love this handle. Elevate by any means with Danielle. I'm saying your name wrong. Danielle. That's either the most creative way to spell Danielle. Well, you won. It doesn't matter. You know I'm talking to you. Elevate by any means. We love this. Okay. Let me get these cards under control. They're a little active, which is great, but I just got to reel them in. Also, guys, while I'm getting these cards, they're starting to fly out of my hand. They've got to just calm for a second. A little fun fact, if you guys are still on here, you guys know that I love me these bracelets right here, right? And I have, depending on my readings, I wear all different kinds. Well, very exciting. So the ones that have lasted me the longest, the ones that are really like so magical, are the ones from Otter Spirit. There is a link in the description box with a code STASI20 to get 20% off. But there's more. I haven't put it in yet, so just pay attention. And it's really easy to remember. If you spend $99 or more, right? Let's say you want to give these to people for holiday gifts, whatever, or for yourself, really, because they have a Scorpio bundle, which is the bomb. It's what they sent me. I digress. The point is, Stasi 30 will get you 30% off. So don't sleep on that, because these bracelets, if you get cheapy ones, they're cute, you know, $5, $10, whatever, but they break and they stretch out. You guys know that they sent me this over a year ago, and these are no joke. I just have to say that. They are really, really nice. So I wanted to say that earlier, and I'll try to make other posts about it. But Otter Spirit, and every time you buy anything from them, they donate $1 to otters. And we love animals. So that's all I have to say. All right. Back to it. Elevate by any means, child. I love that. All right. Born on November 6th. We have a November Scorpio. Yes. All right. What's the highest and best message for Elevate by any means? Cards are... All right. We love this. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay. Wait a second. All right. Okay. So the 6 of Pentacles, start over. The 6 of Pentacles came out. Couple of things. One is, I just get this overwhelming feeling to tell you, if you are looking to get like a loan, or you are looking to start a venture or something like that where you need to pull in resources from someone else, now's a really good time. It's coming through, or at least between now and the end of 2025. I feel like that's important. You know, whether it's to go back to school or resources to start a business or whatever it is. And again, it could be just, you know, gaining I mean, I have to say it could be an inheritance. It could be just money from outside sources. That feels like a positive gateway for you. But I do have to say that the other thing that came through was the Hanged One, which basically has so many meanings for me. But the hanged one comes through, or the hanged man, however you see it. It's after a period of discomfort comes great understanding about your next steps, comes a great understanding about what you're worth. And I don't mean what you're worth financially. I mean what really the value of who you are, right? Like there is a very deep time of clarity coming forward for you. Again, I feel like this is closer to your solar return, where the word comes through of unfuckwithable, right? Like you cannot be screwed with. And that showed up in our reading. So this is like a time of reflection that might be uncomfortable for you, but puts you laser focused on your next steps. And also, the hanged one is number 12. We know that 1 + 2 is 3, and my numbers that I work with are 1, 2, 3, and when I in any form, right? And so when I see 1, 2, 3, that's the universe saying slow, methodical, intentional steps forward lead to the 6 of Pentacles. Generosity, people wanting to help, people wanting to see you succeed. And then I also see the High Priestess comes through. Now, the High Priestess is very, very occult driven, is very deep, emotional, right? Her ability to be in touch with the divine, her ability to rely on the internal voice, her ability to make magic, whatever that looks like for you, is unlimitless. And it comes from, again, a place of neutrality. You see how she's between the pillars, right? And there is no roof above her head. She has her cat with her, the familiar, right? She's got the scroll, the lavender. It is this card is just one of my favorites, quite frankly, because she's earned her place on this throne. And that's what I feel like is happening for you. So I think that if you are looking or needing resources or anything where others could be of service, this is a good year to wrap that up before the end of this year. And I also do feel like things really come into a good balance for you. And again, whether that be settlement, whatever, it just feels like things are wrapping up financially for you in a way that puts you with a step ahead. But follow your gut about whatever your intuition's telling you through an uncomfortable time, because through that discomfort, again, you find a place of ease. And the Ace of Cups as well. So your cup runneth over. Make sure you know what you're filling it with. So this, you see this person is also has, they are positioned in a way that their legs make the number 4. 4 again is a number of foundation. So I think this is very good for you. Yes. Yes, I am starting a business. Yes. All right. Well, here we go. This is looking really, really strong for you. Now, I will say this. Don't be surprised if by February, March of next year, if you don't add something unexpected to your business, like a different path, whether because I can feel that's going to happen for me as well, and I just don't know what that looks like yet, but I feel like something more is coming to Stars with Stasi. So build your business, but be open to an unexpected path within it. That's how I feel. So I don't know. And I think that's true for all of us, right? Something unexpected, but pleasant surprise, a pleasant path ahead comes forward for many of us. All right. So Zay, let's do it. Trust your intuition. Yes. Anna, I'm going to do you next. Hold on. All right. Zay, after Zay. Hold on. All right. Zay, I've got Justice card coming through with 8 of Wands. Let me just say this, right? So Justice, a few things are coming through. Justice can really just be, it can literally be a court situation, right? That is always one of the strongest messages. And I will just say that. But I'm getting more than that coming through. This is about fairness and equality, being seen, being heard, the truth coming forward in a matter, but it's also, I'm getting that justice scales, Libra energy coming forward. and we're heading into Libra season, which again is pre-Scorpio season. But 8 of Wands, right? This is a time to take action. So if something has been feeling displaced, unfair, out of balance, and balance was the main driver of this reading, I would just remind you that now is a time to take action on whatever it is that's going on in your life to bring yourself back into balance so that you can get that reward at the end. So that's interesting because that really came through very strongly for you. And, you know, just take a good look. And, you know, we are very honest with ourselves for the most part. When we're healed Scorpios, we're very honest with ourselves because we're very honest with other people. I mean, sometimes too much. I mean, they can't handle it sometimes. But I mean, then don't ask us. I digress. Use that same honesty towards yourself, right? Really take a look at where you're out of balance, where you're overdoing it, whatever it is. We all do it, right? I always say over sexting, over drinking, overeating, over drugging. We all do something. We're Scorpios. We all do something. Bring it into balance, right? Take a good look in the mirror, bring things into balance. No judgment, no shade. Every one of us does something. So, you know, just be honest with yourself. And Ace of Cups. And so a new beginnings in relationships, a new beginning in love and harmony. And I just feel like bringing yourself into balance in any aspect of your life that feels a little bit off, you're going to get a lot of clarity and it leads to something really amazing and your cup runneth over. And again, what does your cup runneth over with? This is the time to take action, fill it up with the good, and allow that to be what spills out if anything has to. I hope that makes sense and I hope that was accurate for you, but I really got some good vibes from that reading, like really good ones. And so I think this is going to be a great time for you. Thank you, Anna, so much. Love is the law. Love is the law. Comment that for no other reason than just to pound that thought form into the universe. 93s, everyone. If you don't know what that means, that's all right. That's all right. 93s. All right. Whoa, Anna. Anna. Uh-oh. Anna, we talked about this. All right. The Magician comes forward. You already know, Queen. You already know. So, you know, you can see that this person's at their altar. They're working with all 4 elements. They are creating an intentional life and future for themselves. But as we know, when you become the Magician and you're an active magician, what happens next? Boundaries. Boundaries for the energies, the people, the vampires, the energetic ones that leech onto you, the ones you can't see that leech onto you, right? Boundaries. I'm gonna let it go. You already know how I feel. We talk enough about it. All right. So what else do we have for Anna? Oh, Anna, what's going on? All right. Well, I've got the 9 of Swords coming through, some anxiety, but it's more of a mental game here. What's this 9 of Swords about? Hold on. Show me Anna, please. Who was this? All right. So the Queen of Pentacles comes through with the 9 of Swords. So Queen of Pentacles is about her environment, her home, her children, her family. So I'm not going to say much more, but listen, whatever might be going on, wherever your mind's at when it comes to those things, your pentacles, money, time, family, the environment, know that it's very much within your control. Any disruption can be remedied through your own strength and building those boundaries. I did a reading just last week. The title was Let It Play Out. That's going to be very important in the next few weeks for you. Let things play out. Keep things at arm's length. Keep people at arm's length. And focus on your immediate surroundings. Your home, kiddo, your day-to-day, your health. Everything else, arm's length. Because as you grow in your magicianry, I don't even think that's a word, but as you grow in your studies and as you grow in your path, you will learn very, very quickly. Well, quickly, I don't like to say that, but you do learn that, like, how just really how much control you actually have on how each thing in your life unfold, how it affects you. There we go. You sometimes you can't control what happens, right? The fates step in, certain things take place, but you have all the control in how it affects you. And this Nine of Swords energy is really a battle of the mind, because the swords are already hung up. This person can exhaust themselves by allowing records to play too loud in their mind. And I mean, I'm, starting to come through the other side of that, but we talk about that a lot. It's, you just don't get, you have to go through it and to see it on the other side as like, oh, that was like an emotional tsunami from hell. So you might be experiencing something here as the months pick up, and holiday things and school things and all the things, right? Keep things at arm's length, let them play out, be stable and solid at home, be the nurturer, be the provider. It's, on one hand, it can be looked at as a singular, task, burdensome, heavy, all those things. On the other hand, it is the most precious reward. And I know how you see it. It is the most precious reward. If anyone else doesn't see it that way, that's on them. So I guess that's what I'm trying to tell you, is just keep focus on this, right? Queen of Pentacles. She's solid. She's strong. She's a nurturing, tender, loving, emotional, supportive, everlasting, ever providing, ever evolving queen. That's you. 100%. I love you. So I just want to say that you can do this, because when other people show you who they are, you let them. Trust me. The Moon card comes through, right? Let it play out, because there's things going on behind the scenes that you can't see. You're intuitive as hell, so you know something's not quite right. It will show itself. You don't have to chase it. You attract it. And what I mean by attract it, I don't mean the bullshit. I mean the answers, the clarity you need. Be still. Be still and know that you are God. I mean that. Be still and know that you are strong. Be still and know that you are the light in that home, always and forever. Period. Period. So anything that happens outside of that, the truth comes out. You don't have to move a muscle. I hope that makes sense. I love you. All right. Love is the law. Laurie Thomas, you're next. I have to stay in my Empress energy. Yes, ma'am. Oh, what's going on here, Laurie? Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess. Huh. Give me a second. I need to clarify that. I don't know, Laurie. I don't know if you are, hold, please. Oh, well. The Star card, Aquarius energy coming through. Laurie, if I do know, I don't recall, but I'm not sure what, like, if you are very much into spirituality, occult studies, healing arts, or something like that. Maybe you've been kind of taking a break from things. I'm not really sure, but something starts to really change for you here in the next 6 weeks is what that's, I'm picking up 6 weeks. If you're going through any kind of difficulty, I don't know. I got, well, intuitively I'm picking up 6 weeks, but I'm hearing 8 weeks, so I'm just going to be 6 to 8 weeks. Okay? it just feels like something really changes course. Like, and it's better than you could have imagined, because that's what this star card, Aquarius energy, is an expansive things. Healing. And I say healing, I'm sticking with that. And it could be healing of the physical, the mental, it could just be yourself. It could be where you have felt stuck and unable to make unable to see where it is that you want to plant that pentacle. Well, I mean, maybe you have been at a crossroads. You know, the Lover's card shows up here. Interesting, with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is Scorpio energy also. Yeah, and the Knight of Wands. I don't know, Laurie. I just feel like there's going to be like some major changes happening here. Things coming full circle, but in I don't know how to say this, but things coming full circle, something maybe coming back around, but different, familiar, but different. Oh, that's so confusing. Maybe my guides are starting to but I don't think so. That they're showing me familiar but different, something coming back around. It goes very well. It may have something to do with where you have felt stuck and unsure. And maybe you haven't been able, because that Lover's card does really reflect a crossroads. I mean, unless we're talking about an actual lover, which it could be the case for you, but this does feel to me like you've been at an impasse. And then the next 6 to 8 weeks brings out a huge revelation. And it's I feel like deep down inside you've known all along that things were going to work out, but you've been like patiently waiting for the right opportunity. Something like that. So I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, I'm going to take 2 more because I'm starting to feel a little bit like my energy. You know, if you guys know, I've been through it myself, and this is my first live in a long time. And I'm so grateful to be here with everyone. So just give me 1 second while I tune back into some energy and see what I can do. So I'm just going to kind of scroll up. Or actually, let's see. Let me know you're still here. Just put I'm here and I can see who's still here, because this has been going on for a little while. And like I said, I'm only going to pick 2 more. Krista came to my mind. Krista, if you are here, let me know, please. All right, so I'm going to do MJ and Krista if she's here. So Krista, again, if you're here, comment. I'll do you, MJ, real quick. Oh, Maria. All right, listen, if Chris is not here, I'll do you, Maria. Hold on. All right, so no need to comment, guys, I think, because I'm going to do MJ and Krista if she's here, and then Maria. And then that's all the energy I have. Lo siento, lo siento. But I will try to do another one again sooner than later, to be honest. The lives are my favorite, but they wear me out. And my body is starting to let me know all about it. All right, focus. MJ, what do we have for MJ, please? MJ, Scorpio energy comes out. That's us in our power, but it's also change, transformation, death. People get so freaked out by that. Yeah, do you know how happy that makes me? Not only because people don't understand. But no, I mean, this is definitely the ending of something that's going on in your world, but you know, you're transforming it. I like this deck. Look at, I'm trying to get it out of the picture. There you go. You see that horse, the strength of that horse, but if you look at that warrior, I like to call that knight on the back of, or on the horse, their head is on fire. Right? And the horse, their eyes are red. I love the Witch's Tarot deck. That background is red. Oh, let me see. I think I just noticed something on the first time for this. Hold, please. The spectacles come out. This is serious. I have not noticed before this on this card. Stop playing. There is a child in the background. Stop it. How did I have never seen this? There is a child in the background extending It looks like daisies. I'm going to have to bust out this book and look. Not right now, though. Looking at extending the daisies, right, to the warrior, to the death here. Like, look. I hope you can see it. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Can you see that? There's a child right there extending, like, life. Like, in other words, they're not afraid. Like, this kid, I just heard, I see dead people. God, I must be tired. Yeah, this kid is, like, not afraid and just saying, here. And I just heard, like, go with God. Go fight the good fight. Well, damn. All right, MJ, hold on. All right, Krista, I see you. Oh. All right, MJ, we also have the Four of Pentacles. One more, please. This one. Okay. I mean, listen, we love this. Okay. So MJ, the things that are changing for you, I think, have to do with your stability, your coins, and trust that comes through. A couple of things. So one, there is zero fear happening here, and if you are having any hesitation in whatever it is that you're trying to transform in the material world, that goes, you let go of that, right? And that might happen. We've got the new moon, the clip. Oh my God, there's so much happening in the next couple of days. Major shifts for you. Zero fear, zero F. Because we go from the Four of Pentacles to what? The 10 of Pentacles. So where you have been watching resources, watching the players around you, having to pay this extra time and attention, being protective, being like, oof, 4 is a good number for foundation and stability, but it's also a tough number to break out of, right? Because you are basically in protective mode, right? Think of a square, think of a protection around you, but you explode from that through this change, through this transformation to the 10 of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. And this is longevity, generations. This is happiness. This is I have arrived, right? And the Empress and not the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, right? That if you remember, that card, she has her dog with her, but the dog is much younger, right? I wouldn't say a pup, but a younger dog. Here in the 10 of Pentacles, you have, generations in this card, and the dog is much older. So time and attention and care, and where you've been protective and where you've held back and where you've been very discerning, pays off. And this feels like before the end of the year, we go from the 4 to 10 of Pentacles. Yes. So, and if there have been any issues in family, if there have been any separation, whatever that is, I feel like things really take a good turn because of the intention and care that you've taken to build a better life for yourself and what's important to you. So this looks very, very promising. 10 of Pentacles, hands down, one of my favorites. So congratulations. All right. Krista, I think you're still there. So hold on. Oh my God. MJ, did you see anything? Oh, hold on. Same. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and read these. Hold on. 7 of Cups. Krista. Hold on, Krista. 7 of Cups. Oh, that's a lot. All right, hold on. Show me more for Krista, please. All right, Maria is going to be my last one after Krista, guys, so just bear with me. The body is letting me know it is time to go. It is time to go, but I'm going to do these last two. All right, one more for Krista, please. So Krista, so far I've got the 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords, which is good, actually. 10 of Pentacles. Yes. Okay, Krista, I know because we have chatted and you've been a longtime supporter. Thank you, by the way. I know that you have had an enormous amount of things take place in your family circle. So many, right? So, Seven of Cups can be a number of things. You know, some people say there's no lack of choice, meaning that you've got lots to choose from. Some people say all the things. But for me, a few things are coming through. One is let it play out. Same thing I told Anna. Let some things play out because people will hang themselves with the smoke and mirrors, right? The tomfoolery of it all. The facade comes down. And you know what I'm talking about. All the BS that's been going on around you, the facade of others and what they've tried to portray. People don't have the longevity to wear masks like that, right? People create masks and they wear them for these short-term events, not understanding that those masks that are meant to disguise who they are have long-term effects. I hope this resonates. Four of Swords, a time of rest for you, right? Put down your swords. This is something that the universe has got this, and I feel that strongly. Remember, we are in these fated events happening. Boundaries, balance, karma. That's all I can say. That karma is so strong. Chill out a little bit, right? Chill out. On one hand, there's a player, right? The masculine, who is, again, wearing a mask. That mask is false. It's a facade. It comes down. Remain strong. Remain the rock. Remain the nurturer. Remain available. Because 10 of Pentacles. You are the home. You are the longevity. You are the family. You are the Pentacles. Pentacles come in many forms. Remember that. Just because somebody else holds the wallet temporarily at that does not mean that there's no place for you. Okay? This is togetherness with children, togetherness in finances. This is a happy, thriving home again. Longevity. I feel that strongly. I know this has been, I know, but I want you to know, remember, during this reading, we talked about balance, boundaries, but hope. I said, keep hope alive. No matter what tries to creep through during that tower moment that we had in October, or I'm sorry, it was November. Remember, December brought us a lot of hope. And I said a lot of different things are going to be changing for us between February and March. But I don't think it's going to be that long for you. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of things play out in your favor even as soon as October. So I have to just keep your eye on this, please. Keep your eye on this. So important. All right, Maria, you are the last one. Thank you, Maria. What? Hold on. They want me to pull one here. Okay, well, Maria gets a couple of cards, I guess. Hold on. Show me, Maria, please. Maria, you should go to the... This is a personal plea to Maria. Maria, you should go to March, the retreat. I'm just going to put that out there. You too, Annette. Annette, you should go with Maria. I'm trying to get a house set up for 3 or 4 people. So... Our house actually has one more person that just added. I already talked to you about it, Anna. It's nobody different or new. So our house is full, but there is, I don't know. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, the Tarot Architect Retreat in March happening with Lon Milo Duquette. I will be there, and some of my my fellow brethren from the OTO will be there. And then Anna is going. And so there are some people that have showed interest. If you're curious to what I'm talking about, you can check out under my playlist. You're going to see authors and interviews, and you'll see one with Lon Milo Duquette. He is the author of many books. He is a magician. It's just I can't even tell you enough about him. But you'll look for the Tarot Architect, and it will tell you all about the class and how to be there. It's a weekend at Joshua Tree, so I will be there, and it will be a really interesting, mind-blowing actually experience, probably one of his last in-person classes. And it's all about learning tarot, but on another level. Like, I can't do it justice in this 30 seconds, so I would say watch that interview. But if it's something you're interested in, let me know actually before you register, only so that I can get you in contact with the right people and potentially get 3 to 4 people in a nearby housing. So Maria, we would love to see you. I know that in your mind you're like, oh, but the expense. Just, if you want to go, start putting the intention out in the universe. You never know what should happen. Trust me. There was somebody who wanted to go who didn't think they could, and they actually got a scholarship through our group. So it just, things happen. I don't know. Just things happen. So, all right, give me Maria, please. All right, Maria, this says lost in space, needing direction. So feeling a little bit, this is number 36. So 36, a few things. 3, the number of creation. 6, a number of harmony. You are looking to create harmony. And what's interesting is my candle just this second went out. 9 is a number of culmination, extinguishing something. Your desire to create harmony in your life means something has to end. It looks like you are looking for direction, how to proceed with, how to make space for what you're looking to create harmony in. Interesting. Okay. All right. 1 second. Okay. You saw me shuffle these, but somebody else way earlier had these 2 cards come through, I thought. But the King of Wands comes through and the Fool card comes through. Now, the King of Wands could represent someone in your life who is, okay, the King of, how do I say this? Respectfully. The Knight of Wands, my fault. The Knight of Wands can represent like player energy. So if you're, and it's also fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, oh my God, I must be fading out all the way. Leo, Sagittarius, hello. Never has this happened to me. Why can't I think of the other? Maybe because it's not irrelevant or that's crazy. Why can't somebody throw it out there? Why can't I? Child, I know all of my signs. What is happening to my brain? It doesn't matter. We're going to proceed. I don't know why it's not working right now, but the computer's stuck. My point is, it's because I'm going the wrong direction. This is it. If you are in a situation where somebody is doing you dirty, being dishonest, lying, cheating, stealing, you have to know what that means for you. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. You're needing direction on how to bring peace and create harmony into your life. Definitely a new beginning is happening, right? So it is you extinguishing, just like that candle went out, energy that doesn't serve you, and you do it rather quickly when you decide to do it. And again, we go back to, what is the direction? The universe says the direction is to get going. The direction is to take that first step and keep going. And don't allow your mind to believe that X is holding you back, Y is holding you back, this is more important, that's more important. Nothing is more important than harmonious union, than creating a balance for yourself. There's nothing that someone else that can provide for you that you can't do for yourself. It's a false narrative. Maria, I'm not lying to you. Listen to me. The 9 of Swords comes forward. The battle is in your mind. The battle's in your mind. 7 of Pentacles, right? Is anything ever going to change? Waiting for change, waiting for change. It's time to create the change you want to see. Healing comes forward. Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy, healing, balancing out that desire for one thing and the emotions, it has to come into balance, right? And I think I'm going to leave it at that because I could go on and on. I have a lot of, so many feelings are coming forward. I want you to take the proper steps for you to stay healthy, to stay focused. But understand that there is nothing that another human can bring into your life that you actually can't do for yourself. Nothing. So release the false narratives that you need to hold on to anything or anyone for a certain lifestyle, for a certain survivability. That's not the word. I don't know how to word it. But planning, progressive steps forward, releasing this worry gives you energy to create a plan to play the fool of starting over, and it will be the best phase of your life. But understand that things are definitely changing regardless. So prepare yourself, right, for the changes, because one way or another, this night is headed where they're headed. So, and let me just pull one. All right, one more card. 1 second. 2 more cards, they said. Well, what's this? Oh, well, see, I'm not lying to you. So the 7 of Wands comes out. Or no, I'm lying. Mita. The 7 of Pentacles came back out. Again, this is like waiting for something. Is something going to change? Where can change come from? But then after all of this, 6 of Wands. That is victory. Look at that person. That is victory ahead. But you've got to just start the process. 6, in the beginning, you were trying to create the number 6. At the end, you created the number 6. I hope that makes sense, Maria. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time, your energy, your likes, your shares, subscribes, your hypes. Don't forget to hype up my videos. I would be so grateful. It means a lot to me. Thank you for your comments and all of your energy. You guys have really sent me such good vibes. It allowed me to sit down today and do this live where I have really been struggling. And so we're all human. You know, I mean, some of us are more than just human. I don't know. I think we're kind of aliens, but that's just me. I digress. But I'm so grateful. You guys really sent me some good juju, and it made such a difference in my week. I finally am feeling a little bit better and a little bit more ready. And no matter what happens next, it's meant for me. And I will always be transparent with you guys because you guys are the best. So we have the best community, the Starseed community. Thank you so much, Scorpios, all Scorpio placements, cross watchers. It doesn't matter. This is for you. Remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, doing the very best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great rest of 2025 ahead and shine brightly. Thank you again, guys. Have a good one.